I feel like everyone knows the basic gist of Sisyphus. He's a dude that has a giant rock that he has to push up a hill, and once that rock reaches the top of the hill, it rolls back down, and he has to do that again and again and again for all of eternity. And the moral of the story is that the rock is like life, and you just gotta keep trying or some shit like that. But the thing is that's the ending of Sisyphus. That's not the whole story, and everyone knows the ending of it, but not so many people know the beginning or the middle. You know, there's a reason why he's got to push a rock up that hill forever. You think Sisyphus was just like some random guy walking down the street one day and the gods were like, yo, Zeus, yo, what are you guys gonna make me do? Bro, go up to that guy and give him eternal damnation. Bro, you guys are crazy, I can't do that. Bro, just do it. Oh my gods, okay, fine. No, he's there for a reason. He's a bad guy. So today, I want to explain to you all how this crazy little guy got in this silly little position. To start off, Sisyphus was a king. He was the king of a city called Corinth, but he wasn't just a regular king that would sit on his throne all day and watch someone juggle or do other king shit. I don't really know what kings do, but no, what he did was he was known for killing people that visited his kingdom just to show off his power, which is terrible business for their tourism. It's not good for the economy at all. There was probably some dude in Corinth that had a shop selling those little turtle bobbleheads, and he wasn't getting any foot traffic because every tourist would fucking die. Because as soon as they would walk in, they'd be like, wow, so this is Corinth, huh? And Sisyphus would be like, yo, welcome, wanna die? And they're like, what? And then he kills them. That's what he would do. He would murder people. And aside from all the killing, he also married his niece, which, what the fuck, bro? Why would you do that? Apparently he did it because he hated his brother, but if you hate your sibling, there's so many better ways to fuck with them than marrying their child. He could have put ketchup packets under his brother's toilet seat. He could have put hot sauce in his Diet Coke. There's so many other options that don't involve marrying your niece. Anyway, he was a weird dude, and the gods hated him, because he's fucking weird. So one day, Zeus kidnapped a girl. Wait, what? Wait, so why did Zeus kidnap a girl?
Zeus kidnapped Aegina because she was the most beautiful daughter, and Zeus fell in love with her.
Oh, alright. But incel Zeus kidnapped the girl, and the girl's dad was trying to find her, obviously, and Sisyphus told him where she was, and because of that, Zeus was pissed that he snitched on him, and he ordered Sisyphus to be chained to the underworld. But when Sisyphus got down there, he asked Thanatos how the chains worked, as if he didn't know how the fuck chains work. Everyone knows how chains work. They're metal. But I guess Thanatos is dumb as hell, so he was like, oh, nobody has ever really asked me that before. I'm glad somebody's finally curious and appreciates my work. So Thanatos goes on to explain how chains work. And while he's doing his little show and tell routine, Sisyphus pulls out the Uno reverse card and chains up Thanatos and then dips the hell out of hell. And the issue now was that Thanatos was like the death guy. He controls death. So because he was chained up, no one could die now. And that's not good, because now you could like put a spear through someone's heart, and instead of dying, they'd just be like, well, they'd be dying, but they wouldn't die. They would just be there dying forever, because Thanatos is a death guy, and he's chained up, so he can't make them dead. No one dies. So Ares is annoyed by that, because he wants people to die, because he's like the god of war, he likes killing people, so he heads down and frees Thanatos, and now people can die again. And so I guess time has passed since then, and Sisyphus is now on his deathbed, and he's supposed to die now, but right before he dies, he tells his wife, yo wife, throw me in the public square. And just as anyone would do for a dying loved one, she takes his body and throws it in the public square. And I guess there was like water there that led to the river Styx, which is like the dead people river. And so he's floating down the river, vibing, getting ready to die. But when he reaches the shore, he sees Persephone, who's the queen of the underworld. And he's like, yo, Persephone, I know I'm supposed to die and shit, but my wife, she's a dumb bitch, Persephone. She's a dumb broad. She doesn't know how to do anything. So he goes on to explain that his wife didn't give him a proper burial. She just threw his body into the river. And Persephone is like, you know what? We can't be having that. Go try again. So she lets him go back to punish his wife for not burying him properly. And then when he's done beating her face in, he can go back down to the river Styx and die. But when he got back to his palace, he didn't punish his wife. So because of that, he didn't fill his obligation. So now he can't die because it's a loophole. So now the gods are even more pissed. And they're like, what are we going to do about the Sisyphus guy? He's gotten out of dying once already. This is the second time. We can't have him out here running around like he can't die. So Hermes flies over and scoops his ass, brings him to Hades. And Hades is like, yo, I got someone who wants to see you. And Sisyphus is like, oh, bet, who? And Hades is like, he's right over there. From Mount Olympus weighing in at 2 million pounds, it's Zeus, the god of thunder. So, Zeus is trying to figure out what he can do to really make sure he teaches this guy a lesson. You know, give him the old razzle dazzle. So he decides he's going to give him a giant boulder and make him roll it up a hill. But right when we get to the top, it would roll back down, yada yada, everyone knows the story. So that's the full story of Sisyphus. And I think now, knowing the rest of the story, the new moral should be that your life is hard, like the boulder, but it's probably because in a past life you were a king that cheated death twice. That is a much more fitting moral. But the one thing I'm noticing as I'm reading the story is that you realize that Sisyphus is very cunning. He's not just a dumb guy, he's good at tricking people. So why does the story end here? Why doesn't he find another loophole to this boulder situation? Because couldn't he just not do it? Because what are they gonna do? Punish him for not being punished? He's already being punished. And so I was looking it up on Google. I was like, what if Sisyphus just stops pushing the rock? And the answers online are basically saying it's because he has a compulsion, a feeling inside of him that he has to push the rock. So now there's two ways to think about it with this new information. The first one being that he likes it. He likes the feeling of pushing the rock up and he's just happy doing it. And he's probably even happier when the rock rolls down because he gets to roll it up again. That's his favorite part. It's like the same thing as prestiging in Call of Duty. So if that's the case, then there is no lesson learned because he enjoys pushing the rock. But the other way to think about it is that it's like touching yourself. Where Sisyphus is like rock horny, he has this horny impulse to push the rock, but in his mind he's like, fuck man, I don't want to push this rock, I always feel bad after I do it. But the rock's like, come on Sisyphus, you gotta push me, you love pushing me. And he's like, fine, but this is the last time I'm gonna push you, rock. And then he pushes the rock all the way up to the top, and then the rock's like, haha, I'm gonna roll down now. And he's like, ew, why did I push the rock? I feel so gross now, but I can't stop pushing it. And he's got no good community around him. He doesn't even have internet access, so he can at least go on like r/NoRock and watch some videos that are like, what's up guys, my name is Daedalus, I'm on day 1000 of No Rock, and I'm the happiest I've ever been. He's got nothing, so he's got to keep rocking off forever. And thinking about it that way, the story is even sadder, because now it's a story of addiction. He's addicted to the rock, and he can't stop. Honestly, it's a shame that Sisyphus doesn't have internet, because if bro was live streaming himself pushing that rock, he would make so much fucking money. He'd be like, alright, what's up guys, it's day 36,000 of pushing up the rock, can we get a hype train started? I feel like people would have Sisyphus watch parties, try to time him and see if he's gonna do it faster this time. People would be out here betting the over-under on his time. It'd be great. And his live streams would probably be like the equivalent of like a study stream. You know how people stream themselves studying so that we can study too along with them and have that feeling of like, oh, if they're studying, then I should too? Sisyphus would take that to a whole new level. You don't feel like working out one day, your boy's like, bro, turn on the Sisyphus stream while you're working out, he's working out, let's get these gains. He would be an international hero. But unfortunately, he has no internet, and also he's not fucking real. He's a story, he's a myth. So none of these amazing life-changing things can happen. Honestly, I think the closest thing we have to a real-life Sisyphus might be the state of this YouTube channel. So if you want to support the modern-day Sisyphus, me, go to Patreon, or don't. Actually, don't do it. Please do not go to Patreon. I don't want you to become a patron. If anything, I got too many patrons. Look at this list. There's too many names. There's almost like 50 people here. That's way too many. So don't become a patron, or else I gotta make this outro longer to fit more names, and that would be awful. I would be so mad. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, have a great fucking day.